everybody. What is it today? Tuesday. How is everyone? I am excited to go live here, and I'm going to share this to a couple of groups. Just a second. Share it. Okay, here we go. Now hopefully I can get back. There she is. Okay, and I'm going to add Steph here. Super excited about today. Hopefully everybody, can someone from our team who's watching just give me a thumbs up so I know that y'all can hear me okay and that my sound is all right. Hi Annette, hi Mary Ellen, hi Carmela. How are y'all? I'm so glad some people are here. There's Steph. Hey Steph. There we go. Here you go. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. Can everybody hear both of us? Just give us a heart or a little comment. Hey, Karen. Okay, good. Awesome. I think we're good.
I think
Every
we're good.
once in a while, it's... Okay, awesome.
We all right? Are we okay?
I am going to try to swipe comments off. I'm not always good at that. Okay, I suffer from ADD and I get a little distracted with the comments. But having said that, you guys, if you have any questions about anything we're talking about or any questions, comments, share them and I'll swipe back so we can answer them. And there will be some leaders and women from our team too online to be able to answer as well. So I'm just going to briefly introduce myself. Sorry, I have some text coming through. I'm going to briefly introduce myself. I'm Jeanne Poole, and I am a company vice president with Park Lane Jewelry. I live in Annapolis, Maryland, and I have a quiet house right now. I'm almost an empty nester. I have one daughter. My youngest daughter is 17, and she will be a senior in high school soon. And then I have a daughter who's a senior in college, and an adult daughter who's actually working. And she stayed where she went to school in Utah and is working out there right now in politics. So, and I'm just super happy. I've only been with Park Lane for about 16 months. Super happy to be here. It's been such a great experience. And Steph, why don't you introduce yourself?
Sure. Can you guys hear me okay? I have one of the earbuds in, so I think that is okay. Yeah, so I'm Stefanie Ott, and I live outside of Philadelphia. I've been in the industry for 8.5 years and just new to Park Lane, almost a year new. I joined last October, and I'm a senior division leader. I have 3 kids. I wanted to say little kids, but I guess they're little compared to yours, Jeannie. But my oldest is going to 8th grade this year. So we have one more year of elementary school before we start high school. And then a 6th grader, a daughter that's in 6th grade, and a little guy that's also in 3rd grade. So they're little, but we're at that sweet spot right now where I can really work this business with them. Hopefully nobody barging into the office right now while we're doing this. So
I know. I've been known to have little barking dogs in the background. Often it never fails. UPS will come during, either live.
Always happens.
Anyway, so I had my daughter take treats upstairs. So hopefully we have a quiet house too. But I'm excited to bring you on today because one of the things, and I hope first I want to start with saying that what we've been doing is every few weeks, we decided to do basically kind of an interview day. Our company is still relatively unheard of. Even though we're 64 years old, we're actually celebrating our 64th anniversary this month, which is super exciting. And having said that, our team, our leaders were brought on to build basically the 3rd generation in the field. So it's, even though maybe our mothers, grandmothers may have heard about this beautiful jewelry, most women our age and younger have not heard of Park Lane. So we were given the really unique opportunity to basically help them, partner with them to rebuild their brand for everything from jewelry to packaging to technology to their community. And it's been a really, really exciting, I actually consider it to be an honor to have been a part of this and to have been chosen to be part of the regrowth of this sort of reestablishing this really amazing brand. So one of the things that has really excited us in such a big way, and I wanted to say that we are doing these days, and the reason I shared that actually is that I hope that everybody will take a chance to listen to some of the interviews, because this time today we broke them down by topic. And so last night we had a really fun style session with two incredibly fashionable women on our team who also come to Park Lane with a lot of experience, both in retail and fashion and jewelry. And they did a great little style session last night. And then we're talking about different topics throughout the day. And because there's so much, we're all so excited. There's so much that we could share, and we want to share it all, but we'd keep you guys, you know, they would get a little old. It would get, no one has time to listen to us all day. So what Steph and I are excited to talk about today are the really amazing, what we call at Park Lane, rich rewards. And in general, our what we consider to be our perks and rewards of doing business at Park Lane. And so I did not account for the fact that my husband would be walking in during that. Anyway, hi, honey. Anyway, so anyway, gosh, sorry, that got me a little off track. But anyway, we're talking. So one of that really excited us, because we just know that yes, the compensation plan is fabulous. Yes, the jewelry is fabulous, but it's very challenging to have a jewelry business if you actually don't have jewelry to display. And we really at Park Lane really believe that you should not have to take money out of your pocket to put jewelry samples on your table. We really want you to be able to earn them, and we know what an impact that makes. So that is what we're, in a long-winded way, that is what Steph and I are talking about today. So Steph, now you personally, obviously, have made, as many know, have made the most of Rich Rewards and all of the programs that we have at Park Lane. You have earned the car bonus, which is just incredible. We could do a whole other chat about that. We're not going to get into it. But the beautiful thing about the car bonus is that everyone at every leadership level, from the very first leadership level, can earn that car bonus. And the rewards and the way to earn it is scaled based on your level. And that is, if you've ever had any experience in this industry, that is actually unheard of. Usually that type of very elite reward is reserved for the top, basically your very top leaders, your top echelon at your company. And that's just so not the case. So you are a top leader and you have earned that, but I love that you have the ability to help women on your team earn that as well. I'm super excited personally about this because we get to experience together. We're going to St. Martin, and you earned that trip. You're one of the top 10 points earners in the entire company, and you earned that trip for 2, which is just incredible. And I know, as a mom, a busy mom of 3, with a husband who travels a lot and has a very demanding career, what a blessing for you to be able to, with your business, to be able to take him on an all expenses paid vacation. Like truly all expenses paid. Like you literally could leave home. We kind of have a joke about that at Park Lane. You can literally leave your wallet at home. Just bring your passport and your swimsuit, and you have an amazing vacation awaiting you. And so congratulations on that, because that's a really big deal. And then you're going to talk about it in a minute, but it wasn't just you. You know, that's the other rewarding thing. You actually had someone on your team earn it as well. And so you have made the most of all of the programs. Can you give me an example? Just share first of all, can you kind of give a little bit of a brief explanation of what Rich Rewards actually are? We've gotten so used to talking about them, but other people wouldn't know what they are. And what do your typical rewards look like in any given month?
Okay. Well, thank you for all those sweet words. I'm very excited. And I have to say, I was sitting on the beach last week, and my direct deposit email came up on Friday, and I was like, the Mercedes car bonus. Isn't that an extra treat you just forget about? So it's just so nice. Park Lane is just so generous. And yes, we're very excited about St. Martin too. But so for Rich Rewards, one of the reasons that I fell in love, obviously, with Park Lane and all of their programs, not just for the hostesses and the customers, that's a whole other topic. But for the stylists, and this was super exciting when we heard all of the opportunities that you can actually earn free product every single month for doing your job, just having fun. So the first one that I'm going to talk about that we actually, I think, highlight the most is our Rich Rewards Level 1, because it's super attainable for every single person in our teams, from the girl that's just doing one showing a month to the girl who is doing one a week. It's pretty much, if you sell $1,000, which is one showing, grab some people together, within the first 2 weeks of the month, you get automatically $250 free. Automatically, every single month. So let's just say our months are a little different. We won't kind of get into that, but let's just say by the 15th of every single month, you almost can guarantee yourself, if you plan your calendar right, that you're going to have $250 in credit to either save. You have a few months to save it for if like there's a new piece that you really want in a few months, or a new collection's coming out. Or, maybe you're eyeing something that just came out in the new fall line and you used up your credits from the last few months, but you're like, oh, I don't have to wait another 6 months to get that. I can actually just work my business and maybe in the beginning of August have a show and earn that. And that's kind of what I have done and I plan to do. I was actually looking at my reports. So August would be my 11th month. I've missed 1 month of that Rich Rewards Level 1. So 10 out of the 11 months so far that I've been with Park Lane, I've earned $250 in credits just right off the bat, just for having $1,000 in those first two weeks. And the only reason why I didn't hit was the beginning of July. We were on vacation, and I was, I kind of gave myself grace, and I said, you know what, it's okay, because I know that in the beginning of August, I can just go ahead and hit that again. It wasn't like something that was going to eat away at me, that I had to wait maybe another incentive period, or what if they come out with another, fun perk like this in October or January. It's just known that every single month you have that chance to earn it. So that's really exciting.
That is the difference, though.
Yeah.
That's the difference. It's not like a fast start program or something that you get to help you build your display. Because often what we've seen, and because both of us we do have experience in the jewelry sales industry. And often what does happen is you have a lot of perks for a new team member to get started strong. Yeah. And so she has the opportunity to earn product. And you're obviously working with her and you're coaching her to get that, to do that, because we know the confidence that having a nice display, we know the confidence that gives someone new in business, especially. But then, that's it, like 6 months down the road when a new line launches, she doesn't have, she probably, most people, we should say too, that 89% of the women in this industry, which is a big, and not just jewelry, not just at Park Lane, in this industry, in this direct sales space, 89% of the women who do this, or men too, it's just our business is primarily women, do this very much, only work a few hours a week, do this very much on the side of something else. And so it's, we want that. I think our rewards program gives people that confidence where I think it's part of the reason, like right now, even with our 64th anniversary, it's been really fun to see the stylist spotlights of women who have been here for 15, 20, 25, 30, over 30 years, which is so incredible. And I think that's a big part of what gives Park Lane like a staying power. Like people feel constantly and consistently rewarded throughout their entire careers, whether they're doing a little or doing a lot.
Yeah. And it's not just that level either. There's 6 different levels. And, there's 2 of the levels that are just based on building a team. So if there's girls that come out and maybe they don't necessarily have a month where they have any showings, but yet they sponsor 2 or 4 girls, they're going to get $300 for each of those 2 girls. So, I have a neighbor that just loves to recruit. So she literally recruits and she can earn her credits just from doing the recruiting as well, which I love because, it's not just you have to do this and you have to do that. You can focus on sales or you can focus on recruiting depending on the month that you may have. So, and I love too, and I was just kind of looking back, that consistently, and there's a lot of us on, that do this consistently and full time. But like you said, there's a lot of people that just do this as a hobby, as a side hustle. But I would say at least 25% of our team definitely earns that rich reward level every single month. And that's a big deal. That's a lot of credits that they're then being able to, build their display. If a new, like we just had the new fall line come out, and, they're not feeling guilty about maybe dishing out money that they're making and then feeling like, oh God, my husband's going to kill me. I said that I was going to be making money and I'm not making money. They're getting those credits and they're feeling really confident and really good about themselves. And that just creates that positive energy too.
It's absolutely true. That was actually one of the questions I was
Yeah.
going to ask you, because I think because of your level and how much experience you have, you clearly know this business. You do pretty much work. I mean, you work it flexibly around your children's schedules, but you probably invest more hours than maybe definitely more the average
Right.
person. This is your full-time business. And you have big goals. So your business looks different, obviously, then. But I do know that when you were coming over, that was just for you, it was very eye-opening when you realized what from having done this and having led very large organization, the impact that it has when someone you bring on or women you bring on can actually make the most of the rewards and the perks of a business in addition to commission. So do you have like maybe an example or two of women on your team? Because I think that's what really also speaks to people, people who work this business very part-time, what they've experienced, the impact that it's made for them.
Absolutely. And that's the key. And that was one of the things that I saw right away when I was learning more about Park Lane was, okay, this program is so amazing that it's going to make people happy, and not just, like you said, not the people that are working this full-time or, more than part-time. This is going to make those girls that are, full-time teachers, like an awesome leader on my team, Bev Reister. She's a full-time teacher. She just went back to work yesterday. It was the first day of school in Kentucky. And she was able, with 3 kids that are, very busy as well, preteen and teenagers, to earn the trip to St. Martin on top of a full-time job. And she just does this. She just, again, plans these perks. And she always, every single month, hits at least 1 to 4 rich reward levels, which is going to give her, so that actually will give her about $650 in free product, plus the designer ensemble that will be released the next month. So that's free for her. So she doesn't have to pay for that. It's usually, around $100, let's just say. And she also gets free business materials, free lookbooks. So that is huge when you're working full time with a family who very busy activities when you have kids in middle school and high school, that she can do that. And then also because she's working this business and using the programs, she earned the trip. It was very, I'm not going to say easy for her to earn the trip. It was just more attainable because she was able to put these programs into place and really schedule out what she was going to do. I love that. And then I have on the flip side an awesome stylist, Lisi, who lives close to me, about 20 minutes away, who is homebound. She is suffering from Lyme disease, and she really needed this business for just the community. But once she saw the amazing rewards, these rich rewards, she is so fun to work with now, because she literally talks about how every single month she's planning, just working online, every month to hit those rich reward levels. So she will literally plan, if somebody wants to do an online fundraiser or an online show, she'll plan, okay, I'm going to do it these first 2 weeks so I know I can hit those levels, and again, bring in more for her display. So I just love that. And, just for somebody, that just brings me so much joy too, to just kind of hear her story and know that this business also works for her, and that she can also benefit from just doing this online and not necessarily, going out 4 or 5 times a month to earn the credits because she's a top seller. She's doing this just pretty much from her couch. So I love that too. And then, like I said before, my neighbor Samira, who is very big in recruiting, can take advantage of the Rich Rewards levels, our 5 and 6 level, which is all based on recruiting. So, if she doesn't have the sales 1 month, but she has these awesome women that are joining her team, she still gets to benefit from these amazing credits that she can earn every single month.
That's just incredible. And that's just, yeah, that is a true testament. I mean, I love that you painted a few different stylist profiles, because it's a true testament to the power of these programs. And I just see, on top of the obvious things, just the confidence that it gives people. It just, and the happiness factor, it's really hard to describe it until you've experienced it. But Steph and I have experienced it now for several months. And it's been really, really powerful. And it is. It's hard to describe, but you did a great job describing it.
Yeah.
Even talking about Samira and just how she's built her business. English is not her first language. And it is so incredible to me to watch her build this really beautiful organization. She's built a community within our team, within our community of women who do speak Spanish as their first language. And how awesome, speaking of Rich Rewards, that they earn free catalogs every month that are all of their marketing materials are in Spanish.
It's really awesome. Yeah.
It really is. So thank you for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we've covered some of this. I had just jotted down a few questions that I wanted to ask you. And you do have 8.5 years, you said, of industry experience. And in fact, at your, if I remember correctly, at your last company, you actually earned the most prestigious leadership award, which is a pretty huge accomplishment out of thousands of stylists and several hundred leaders. And that was just incredible. And I think and the reason I'm sharing that is I think your perspective is really, I think it's just important and really speaks volumes to how powerful you feel these programs are. So because there are people who are watching this probably, or who may ultimately watch this, who are coming in, we have a very unique program at Park Lane where it's a direct appoint program. And just like all other corporate, in the corporate world, when you're getting a job, you're clearly not, as you work your way up the ladder, you're clearly not coming in. If you move companies, you're not coming in at the entry level. They recognize your leadership experience. And and that does make Park Lane, though, unique in the direct sales space, because most direct sales companies, you have to start from scratch, and you work your way up from the bottom. And I love that leaders can come in as leaders. And so because there may be people watching this, can you give, just basically from a leadership perspective, how you feel that that our programs and the perks, and even maybe outside of Rich Rewards, like you and I, the picture that I used, I was looking for a picture of us, and the picture I used was that funny picture that some people may think is very funny, of us holding our trophies. And who would have ever known that we would have been so excited about trophies? But it really is. As funny as it sounds, I haven't won a trophy since I was on the Thornwood swim team when I was a kid. But and even then, they're pretty awesome. I don't know what happened to those trophies. I saved them for a long time. But it is a cool thing, and it does make you feel, it's just it's such a nice way to honor what you've worked for, what your accomplishments are. So from a leadership perspective, how have these programs and sort of the way that Park Lane makes people feel so appreciated, how do you feel that's how it's already impacted your role as a leader of a really fast growing team, and how you see it evolving, how you feel it's going to help you continue to build and grow?
Yeah, well, and this was a big deal too. Obviously coming over with leadership experience, was that our direct appoint program is just fantastic. That was huge. And I have to say that I think because of these programs, and like you said, not just the Rich Reward programs, but we're doing anniversary weeks right now and just the different perks that we do have. It creates that consistency within our business, and it makes it easier to coach. It definitely makes it easier to coach our stylists because everything is laid out right there for them. It's very simple. Nothing's changed. It's been the same thing for years and years and years. And even after, 10 months, I can rattle these things off like no problem to new stylists. And because of that, people know what to expect every single month. So it's not confusing. So because it's consistent, then it creates, again, that happy stylist then creates a successful stylist. So, and I think it's just, again, Park Lane is rewarding these awesome behaviors of consistency. And then, it just, my coaching is different here. It's not based on, really me needing them to do certain things to hit certain numbers. Okay. Because it's a little different here. It's really, really geared towards what level do you want to achieve this month? And let's take it month by month, because let's just say you have a month where you are traveling the whole entire month. The next month we can start from scratch. There are numerous stylists on my team that I know have had an awesome busy summer, but I know as soon as, next week hits, when a lot of the kids go to school, we can easily pick up our coaching relationship from, let's say, May or June, and we can start from scratch, and it's not going to feel like, oh my gosh, I just wasted 3 months in my business. They can easily start back up in the beginning of September, knowing that maybe they didn't buy anything for that new line yet in July, but they can earn those perks to buy those pieces right off the bat by hosting their own show, by, maybe booking a couple with a friend or a family member and earning those rich reward levels right away. And again, that's going to create, the super happy, successful stylist to move on through the fall and the holiday months. I also really loved that Park Lane had these amazing incentives all the time, that I didn't have to use the money out of my pocket for my own incentives. That was huge. Over the years, I've done that, and I love doing that. I love rewarding my stylists with certain things and having fun giveaways, but I don't have to do that anymore because Park Lane does it for us. And again, that really does keep the money that we're earning, also that we're out there, doing showings and building a team in our pockets as well for, our own personal wise. But that has been huge for me too, really big. And I'm really blown away by it, because every time I think, oh, I want to do something for my team, then something happens where, Park Lane announces these gorgeous new pieces that everybody can earn in the next 2 weeks for anniversary weeks. And that's motivation in itself. They dangle the carrots for us.
It's so true. Those pieces that come out, the Blaine collection, I couldn't think of what they are. I mean, when you're in a jewelry business, you always want to be adding fresh pieces because you always want to have newness. And what I love that every single month they've added that into the rewards. And I know you've said that, but I feel like we can't express it enough, because it's such a gift to our business that every month stylists have the chance to earn them before they come out. And that it adds so much to their business. I love all the carrots, and like you, I love that they don't have to come out of our pockets. And when we choose to do something extra, we can. And I also loved what you said about not having things like the consistency of the programs. That from a leadership perspective is huge, because even listening to you describe it and talk about it, that is what, when we talk about simplicity and having leading with simplicity and having it needs to be, this business is for people who have busy lives, who are running businesses, most of them, like I said at the beginning, just a few hours a week, building, just having side businesses around the rest of their lives. It needs to be simple. And even just from a leadership perspective, I love that you shared that you're not always, I think what you're doing also as a leader, you're being able to add more value to your team, because you're not spending any of your working hours. And again, that's money, that's time with your family. That's time that you're in your life that you almost get back when you're not having to kind of learn like, oh, what changed this month, or what's new, or what's being added, or what are we doing this month that's going to be different. I also love that nothing changes mid-month ever. I love that it may feel old school or old fashioned, but I personally love that we get, and it's online. It's not like a paper newsletter, but it is a newsletter.
Yeah.
And basically every single thing you need to know that's happening for the next 4 weeks is in that newsletter, and there's no changing it. We get some highlights every week, but there's no changing it. And so I do think all those things, it's a little, if you think about it, and I hadn't really thought about it until just now, I was listening to you say that, it is, you kind of bought back your time.
I did. And I do feel like the last 10 months, coaching has been, I've bought back my time. Like I really have, and I'm coaching these women and seeing all of the success. And again, it brings back that happiness. They're being successful. They're, wanting to achieve these goals every single month because they do see the success and it happens quickly. And like you said before, not just for the newer stylists. I know in a lot of companies, they have like that newer period of time where you can earn a lot of free product or promote real fast. But here it's anytime you want to do that, you can. It truly is. I've said this to numerous people over the last 10 months, that it is your business your way. It really, really is. I know that that's cliche and we say that, all this type of industry is your business your way, but a lot of times, sometimes it's not. Sometimes these, a lot of people do, like you said, want to come in for a quick side hustle, and they need it to be simple because they're not watching everything that we're watching or doing all of the research that we're doing when we're doing this full time. They only maybe have 20 minutes a day to quickly go on. So they're not missing anything. Like you said, if they're printing out that 1 month newsletter and they're reading the one email every single week from Park Lane, and I'm not reinventing the wheel either as a leader.
Right.
I'm not sending out numerous emails to teams because there's nothing really to reinvent. It's right there. It's right there from Park Lane.
Yeah, it needs to be, obviously it needs to be simple. I mean, that's the thing, it needs to be simple. And the other thing is it needs to be in terms of what I think is so important, and it gives me confidence as a leader, is whether you're looking into, a lot of people watching this are considering joining our business, but maybe jewelry is not for them. Maybe it's something else. And it really is important because one of the things that we do hear a lot, and people, now that you and I both have about the same amount of experience in this, and one of the things I hear a lot from people still is, can you really earn income in that business? Can you really do it? And yes, I mean, this is a business I never thought that I would do. I never set out, and I know that you can say the same thing. Most of us sort of stumbled upon this almost by accident and just grew to absolutely love it. But that is a question that comes up a lot. And when you're looking at companies and you're looking at businesses, you really need honest answers on how much you can expect to spend on product and training. And I love that Park Lane has made it so that if you are smart and you work with us and you work these programs, you never have to spend money ever. Yep. Once you've purchased your kit, which it's $229 for $1,000 in product and all the materials you need to get started. Once you've done that, you never have to spend money. Truly, this is the truth. You never have to spend money out of pocket for product. And even our trainings are so cost effective. And when we came over, our CEO, Scott Levine, said, we were talking about, we had asked about morale, like how morale was in the field. And he said I think the question kind of caught him off guard. Like he wasn't really prepared for that question. And he said, it's really high, why? And we were just wondering what it was like. And he said, it's really high. And we were curious as to why he thought, it was so high. And he said, one of the key reasons is we see people 4 times a year. And we talked about the trips. And I'm going to actually wrap up really talking about the trips. But everyone has the opportunity to earn 2 trips. And they have a leadership retreat, a leadership conference, and an annual conference. And so they are seeing their people a lot, and they make it so that the conferences, Park Lane as a company invests in all the training. So when you attend a training or a conference as a stylist, you're paying it's a very, very low rate to come.
Mm-hmm.
And they intentionally book, hotels that have very, very low rates. And they may not be the fanciest, it may not be the fanciest hotel in town, but you're there for the community, you're there for the training, and you're there to to build a stronger business and get the training and the tools that you need to move forward. And I love that they do that. And it's one of the things that we've also heard, that people love that it's just a very affordable business. Mm-hmm. And I've just been thinking so much about this since we decided to talk. And I know that I'm probably getting too long-winded, but I did have several years ago, when I first became a leader in this industry, I was thinking about this morning. One of my business coaches, not a business coach, but one of my mentors at my former company said, most of the women who do this, and again, I know men are in sales too, but this is primarily women in jewelry. And he said that 80% of the people who join your team will do this very part-time and almost like a hobby. And so as a leader, 80%, if you think about it, 80% of your income as a leader is also built on, 80% of the income comes from the women who do this very part-time on your team. So it's crucial if you think about it. And I know this isn't going to be very relevant to people who aren't coming. Well, I mean, I think anybody has the opportunity to build as a leader in a company like this. So it is actually important. I think it's important, relevant information. But you need the people, your business as a leader, the people who come in and do this very, very part-time. And I'm talking like 5 hours a week, people who just want to earn a few $100s a month. That will be, that stylist, that person represents most of the women on your team. And so it is so important, because you're basically building a team of women who just want to do this for fun. They want to do something happy, and they do want to be rewarded for it. And the more they are, and the more that they are not dipping, there's nothing worse than hearing, in January, February, beginning of the year, getting that phone call from a stylist who says that she's wrapping it up. Yeah. Her husband looked at the taxes and she broke even. or even worse, she spent more than she earned. That is, yes, this is a fun business. And yes, we get the perk of wearing fun jewelry. By the way, I'm wearing the buttercup earrings, which I am so obsessed with these. They're so much fun. But there's nothing worse, honestly, than hearing that. And I just love, I had done a little survey on our team earlier today asking what people loved in one such quick sentence. What do they love the most about Rich Rewards? And the one thing that spoke to me the most that someone said is that you get a fresh start every single month. Yeah. And that is, it literally, I know people who don't do this won't get it, but it is huge in this business. And it's huge to success, and it's huge to longevity, both as a stylist and as a leader. And I'm so grateful for these programs that we've been given. So I want to wrap it up by saying that, like we said, one of our big perks, and for me personally, as I said, I am about to be an empty nester and I love to travel. So I was very excited that we have the opportunity to earn 2 free trips, both for our husbands and for ourselves, or for 2 people. I know some people bring their moms, bring a child, but we get the chance to do it twice a year. And our trip to Italy was just beyond amazing. I had never been there, so it was a huge, we're in the middle of lots of tuition, so that wouldn't have been an option for us. So it was incredible for me to be able to do that. And then going to St. Martin soon with you, Steph. And we are earning a spring break cruise, which I'm super excited about. You can actually earn it for your whole family. And it's going to be really fun, a Royal Caribbean cruise to the Caribbean. And there's plenty of time to jump in and earn it. One of our newest team members, who actually just joined us a few weeks ago, is already top 10 in points for our team. You can literally jump in now. Anyone who joins us literally gets 6 full weeks of double points. So 2 points for every dollar you sell, and you can come in and we can help you. We obviously, our goal is to always help everyone start strong. So we would love to help you do that. We'd love to have some of you cruising with us next March. And is there anything else, Steph, you want to add, or?
I don't think so. I think we
Okay.
pretty much touched on everything. I mean, it's just, yeah, Park Lane is very generous and we are very blessed.
I should just find, sorry, I put my big
Yeah.
hand there. I should just see if we have any, does anybody
Questions?
have any questions for us? I feel like we've been on for quite some time. Well, if you guys have questions for us, it's really fun to see everybody join. If you guys have any questions for us, just post them in the comments and we'll answer them. And whether it's related to rewards and perks and all the fun programs that Park Lane has, or anything else about being a new stylist or joining our company, we would love to answer. So thank you guys for joining. Thank you, Steph, for joining me.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It was fun.
I'll see you in St. Martin.
Yes, sounds good.
Bye, Steph.
Bye.